Welcome back to Writing Done Right. Well, today we are going to look at the parts of a fictional novel, which pieces you need, and where they go inside of the final document so that when you print out your book, it is assembled in a professional manner. So welcome back to the show. I am Tom Morosky. I am a author and a technology consultant. And on Writing Done Right, we will teach you how to take your document and whether they be manuscripts or whatever else you're working on, and teach you how to use free and open source software to produce those so you can get your books out to your audience. And today we just want to look at the parts of a fictional novel here. And so that our goal here is so that you understand what all the parts are, because it's not just, hey, I've written my manuscript, now let's throw it all together. There's certain parts that need to be in certain places, and certain parts that can be moved in different locations. So we're going to identify all those different pieces. So I have here the, basically it's not done yet, but I'm just kind of working on formatting the manuscript here. You can see if I stick with the basic sizes, this book is going to be 338 pages in length and is 53,000 words. So this is the Synaptergy novel. And what we're going to do here is I'm just going to walk you through each of the parts. Now, understanding I just have the basic right, left pages up here with the titles and things. And these guys here, though, do need to be changed around. I need to fix a few things to make sure everything's all set up. So ignore the headers, footers, and things like that for now. We're just focusing on the parts. Now, the various parts that you need. The first one that you need inside of your book is going to be your title page. Now, depending on what you have, if you have a lot of reviews or references or anything else like that, and you're more like your full-fledged mainstream New York Times bestselling authors are going to have several pages of quotes. They'll go first. You also might have before then, if you have multiple books, you'll have a list of the other books that you have worked on. So I'm looking here at Douglas Preston's Impact, and he starts out with a few pages of quotes from authors. Of course, this is a New York Times bestseller. We have inside there, we have the books just by Douglas Preston and the books by Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child together, and various publishings where you can find those individual books. Now, the first thing that will actually start is what I have listed right here. This is a title page. Now, your title page has a little bit of extra style to it. So I'll just have my, I might have my author name and then some type of divider and then the title of the book there. It's going to be a little bit fancier. It's not just a simple, let's go ahead and title the book and begin. This page has to be on the right-hand page, basically like the first right-hand page of the book as it's going in. And if I actually have this set up right, and I don't know if I do, if I check my page numbers out, that should be a right-hand page. Now, this is also right-hand page, so let's go ahead and fix this one. That's a left. All right, so here's a right-hand page. Here's a left. All right, so now this guy here is always kind of your first left-hand page. This is called your copyright page. So this has all of the copyright information. So this one here has the name, it has the publishing. So my actual publishing company is OWIC Pub. Actually, I'm going to change this email address or this website address because I do have another one. But all of my science fiction are going to be published under the imprint World Ware Press. Just to isolate those out from the general philosophy of OWIC Publishing. Then we just have a basic statement about rights, whatever else. We have the title, the first printing, all the ISBN numbers. So in this case, I'm listing the ISBN for the softcover and the ISBN for the ebook. A basic statement about internet addresses. What I also do is, since I'm committed to open source, is I actually list the applications and the fonts that I'm using inside of the book. And then, of course, you need a Library of Congress control number, LCCN number, at least here in the United States. And this number here, you need to apply to the Library of Congress to have an LCCN number, a signing account. And like I have one as my publishing company because I'm publishing under a couple different names, whatever else. And so with this number, that basically tells people where and how you can find it inside of Library of Congress looking. Now, the next section here is where this part here is sometimes you'll have acknowledgments, sometimes you'll have who the book is dedicated to. Now, sometimes people put the acknowledgments at the end. So this Douglas Preston book I'm looking at here, he does put the acknowledgments up front. A lot of the books will have them in the end, and so I actually have it put in the end for this one here. Let me make sure I'm still on my correct pages. That's a left, this is a right. This is a left, this is a right. All right, we're good, we're good. So this one here is typically, it's going to also always be on a right-hand page. So even if you need to put in a blank page there, you can do that, but this one should generally be on the right-hand page. And this is actually the start of your story. Usually you're just gonna have the title of the book listed again here in the center, not quite as stylistic as it is on the title page, but a little bit bigger, a little bit larger, a little bit more brandish. It's not going to have your author name on it. It just has the title of the story. And then the next page, which might start on a right-hand page as well, so you might put an extra blank page in the middle here. This guy here, your story is generally also going to start on a right-hand page, not on a left like I have here. So what I'm going to do is we'll just go ahead and insert a break, and I'll just do a default style to none. So we have a blank page, and then we're going to go right on back to this one should be a right page again. All right. So we have a blank one. So this is a right-hand page with our title. We have a blank one, and then we have a right-hand page. This actually starts the beginning of the story. Now, what I'm probably going to do, since I have 3 parts in the book, is I'm probably going to put part 1 on its own right-hand page as well, and then start in, so add a few extra pages to the book. But then here we are going to have the story consistent throughout, and we go all the way down to the bottom of the book until we hit the last part. I'm going to make sure that you can't see that last page. I don't want anybody seeing how the book ends. All right, but when we get to the very end, there's a couple things. Now, if you did not put your acknowledgments at the beginning, then you want to put them at the end. So you generally do want acknowledgments. It just depends on where you would like to put them. You can clearly see I have not written my acknowledgments page yet. I will get that done. Hey, I have a month. The book is published, scheduled to go out May 12th. I have over a month now to finish that while I'm working on the audiobook stuff. And so that's actually where you need this to be. So your acknowledgments goes near the end. Then you also want an about the author. Oftentimes this is the very last thing in the book. Unless you're also promoting, particularly us as self-publishing authors and things, you might list, if you have other books, the other books that you have, and put a page in there with those. That way you can actually show people that you do have more books available. If they really like this one, they'll probably be looking for your next books as well. So you can have your about the author page from there. And then after that, you may or may not have anything else. Typically, once you have your about the author, that is generally the end of the book. Now, of course, once we get this basically formatted and we understand our approximate page count, we can probably start working on things like we can start working on your full cover design. So I have to decide if I want to use this exact size and font and everything for what I'm doing. So I haven't done a whole lot of interior typesetting yet in this book. So, but regardless, we'll get there. And I just want to show you guys what are the parts of the book. So the biggest one is this copyright page. You can actually just get basic templates for copyright pages available online if you don't know what to put there. So those are fairly standard. You can just go look those up online and you can find those. Again, the LCCN number, you need to apply to assign numbers from the Library of Congress. So once you have your account, then you can go ahead and do that. Your ISBNs here in the United States, all of those are purchased through Boker and through My Identifiers program. So you can set up your whole publishing company and all that kind of stuff as well there. So those are all the various parts, what you need, where they are. And hopefully this video has helped you. If you want to help support the channel, definitely subscribe to the channel. Leave us some comments. Leave us some likes down there. I do actually have some affiliates on the website, WritingDoneRight.net/affiliates, if you want to check those out. So thanks for watching, and I hope that we have taught you how to get your writing done right.